Hi guys! For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bailey. I am a makeup artist with MaskCara Beauty, and the purpose of this video today is I want to show you our brushes that we have and kind of explain to you how you can use them. You can kind of use them whatever way you want. I use mine probably not all the right way or the way that they're supposed to be, but that's what's great about this makeup is you can kind of just play with it and make it up how you want it to be. So we have 4 bigger brushes and everything is double-sided. All of our brushes are double-sided. They're rose gold, metal. They are gorgeous. So this is kind of what they look like. So we have these 4 bigger brushes, and then we have our 2 eyeshadow brushes that are both double-sided as well. So first off, what I'm going to talk about with you guys is our 30-second hack brush, and that is this brush. So this is the hack brush, and so what hack stands for is highlighting and contouring. So if you haven't heard about MaskCara, this makeup is all cream based, so that is why you have all of these different brushes, and that's kind of why they're a little bit different than most brushes. You can use these with other makeup if you choose to. Like I know you could probably use this to do your concealer, you could probably use this to put on your foundation, but with MaskCara it's a 3D foundation, so you're applying all your makeup at once. So you're applying a highlighter, a contour, a blush, and an illuminator all at once, so it's a 3D foundation, and it's not clogging your pores and like building up that makeup on your face, if that makes any sense. I'll do another video kind of demonstrating how the face makeup works, so you guys can get familiar with that. So this is one of our really popular brushes because this is like one brush that you can use to apply all your makeup with. All of these brushes you can really use to apply all your makeup except probably this one, and I'll kind of explain a little bit more what that one is. So with this one, you can use this to apply your highlighter, which for our makeup, your highlighter is basically like your concealer that goes right under your eye, and you kind of do it in like a diamond shaped area, and then you apply it underneath, basically everywhere that you don't apply your contour and your blush and then your contour on your forehead. So like everywhere else is where you apply your highlighter. So that's what this is good for, because it's pointier and can get into all those little areas and right up close to your eye. And so then you can go in with this other side and you can use this as your contour. So you can really like press this brush down and get your contour like super sharp into your face. And then that just kind of gets that little line of your contour, and you kind of blend it as you go. And then you can do it on your forehead as well, which I have a bigger forehead, so I kind of like my contour to be a little bit bigger anyways, so I don't have that as squished down, so I can kind of like really get that area and make my forehead look a little bit smaller. If you had kind of a smaller forehead, then that's when you really want to press this down, because you don't want your contour to cover your full forehead, otherwise you're not going to have a forehead. And then you don't even have to clean the brush off. You don't have to clean the contour off, because you're basically going to get that contour all into your face anyways. And so then you can go back in with the same side and apply your blush with that, like right into your cheeks, like where you smile, right there. And then you just really want to get a light amount on there for your blush anyways. And then with your illuminator, you can just use your finger and like tap it onto your cheekbones. I put mine on the tip of my nose and my forehead. It looks a little bit shiny right now because my ring light. I promise it's not. And then I do like right here on my lips too. So that's how you can do, like you can use this brush for all your makeup, and this is $35, I believe. And again, this is a 30-second hack. So next, you can use maybe the 30-second hack, and then you can also use your detail hack, which is this one. So with this one, mainly people use this for contouring, because if you like to contour your nose, you can really use this side and just like get that nice line on your nose. And then I like to use it down here too, because you don't want that contour to go too far down on your cheeks, or it's really going to bring your face down. You want it to lift your cheeks up and lift your face up. So basically I use this and kind of have a smaller line and like bring it up, and then I would go back in with this side and like really buff it out and blend it. And then for my forehead again, I would go in with this bigger side because I want it to kind of be a little bit bigger of a line, and it's a little bit hard to like really like color that contour on there with this tiny side. So again, if you have a smaller forehead, this would be great for you because then you can just get a little tiny line and then buff it out with this. And with your contour, with buffing it out, you really want to bring it upward and lift those cheekbones up. And again, with this, you want to kind of bring it up into your hairline and not down, because you don't want to bring like your forehead any more down, you know, because that just kind of looks weird. And then same with your nose, you can really just kind of buff it out with this, the back of this, and then even kind of bring it down and get rid of like your double chin if you want to. So you can use this brush along with your 30-second hack. You could use this for your highlighter, this for your contour, and then this with your blush. Sometimes we go out of the 30-second hack a lot faster because that is the main brush that everyone uses. So if that were to happen, you can use this detail hack to apply all your makeup. What I do is I can first start with my highlighter color and use this small side to really get underneath there, and then use this side to get like the other areas, and then I can go back in with my contour and do underneath here like I would regularly, and do up there, and then I can go back in with this side and do it for the blush. So you can use just this brush as well if we run out of the 30-second hack. And so again, this is the detail hack, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so the next brush is our Power Powder brush, and that's what this one looks like. So on this side, it kind of comes up to a little point. It's like dome-shaped looking. And then the hairs are a little bit different than the other ones, and it still feels so nice and soft. Like, these brushes are amazing, you guys. Like, probably the best brushes I've ever tried. So then this side also kind of has that slant to it as well. And so a lot of people just use this for their powder, but you can also, again, apply your full face of makeup with just this one brush. So if you're going to use this, say we're out of the 30-second hack, or you don't like the 30-second hack, you want to try something else, try this brush out. So with this one, you can do this one and do your highlighter with this color all over your face, and then you can go back through and use this side as your contour because it has that slant, and then really like, you know, slant that contour color out, and then the same on your head, and then you can go back in with your blush and add that too. And then if you want to use this just for your powders, we have two powders. We have a bronzer powder, which is the Kanan, and then we have the Vanilla Dust, which is like a white powder, kind of like a setting powder. So I'm very oily, so I always like to set my face all the time. And with a cream base, you're probably going to want to set your face if you're oily, because after a while it might kind of like feel sticky or start to kind of like run off your face. So with this, I use this one for the Vanilla Dust, and I kind of use the same thing. So I apply the Vanilla Dust everywhere I would apply my highlighter color. So underneath the eyes, you can get really, really close underneath. And then after you do your contour in the cream, this really can sharpen up that contour line, which I love because then it's not like all over the place and messy. So I love to use this to kind of sharpen up my contour. And then this you can use for the bronzer color. Lost my thought there for a second. And like really buff that out. Or you can use this like opposite. Doesn't even matter. I don't normally use this one a lot. As you can see, I kind of have a blush color on there. So sometimes I'll apply my blush with this, and I just play around. I don't have like a set of like what I do all the time. I play around constantly with the brushes and just kind of, you know, come up with new ways of doing it and stuff. So it's kind of fun. And then this is our B squared. So what that means is bronzing, blushing and bronzing. So with this side, it's a little bit smaller, and it's a little bit more fluffier though than like this. So you can see like the different hairs that it has. Like this is a little bit harder. So that's a little bit better to apply your makeup with. That's why I wouldn't suggest like applying your creams with this. I will sometimes apply my blush with this because that's kind of what the purpose of it is, but not all the time. Most of the time when I use this is I'll use this for my vanilla dust, and then I'll use this for my bronzer. So I'll go in with this one and I'll just really precisely like buff that onto my face and my forehead, everywhere that I put my cream contour, and then I'll go back in with this fluffy side and really just all over my face, just like buff that out so it just kind of blends into your skin and just like kind of looks like it's really blended and smooth looking. So again, this is our B squared, and that's what I would use that for. I would never actually apply all your makeup with this. That might be a little bit hard to do. So then moving on to our eyeshadow brushes. So we have our Everything eyeshadow brush, which is this, and then we have our multitasker, which is this. So our multitasker is more flat-sided. So you can see that one's tiny, and then you can see this one as well is really, really tiny. So with this, like you could use this to apply onto your lid, underneath your eyes. I will use this for basically both those areas. I apply it underneath my eyebrow, and then on my eyelid when I apply my colors there or whatever. And then I use this side. You can use this side for your eyebrows. I use eyeshadows in my eyebrows, and so that's what I use this for. And then I use that underneath my eyes too to get that like sharp line. And then I'll go back in and use this side of the brush to really buff that out. And so then with this side, basically you're applying most of your colors with this side to start with. So you can like buff all of your colors out with this big side and like really blend it out, and then use kind of like get the darker colors on the inside, and then use this tiny one to really get like that dark color like right into there, and then buff it out again with this. So I use both of these all the time. And then with this one, you can also use this to contour your nose too if you want. Depending on your nose shape, maybe you have like a tiny, tiny nose and this brush is a little bit too thick to get like that perfect line, because you don't want the line to come too far down. You want it to be like right here on your nose, and then underneath here you want that to be highlighted. So you could use this to really draw that line out and then kind of buff it out with this end or something like that. And so that's what I use this for. Or if I kind of start to get down on my makeup, my creams, then I'll use this to kind of like get into the corners and like pack it on, and then I'll use the other brushes to like really like blend it out and look good. Okay, so those are all of our brushes that we have. So we just have the 6 brushes. Oh, I didn't tell you guys all the prices. So all double-sided, this one I think I told you was $35. That's your 30-second hack. And then this one is $36 is your detail. And I think both of these are also $35 or $36. But you're getting the double-sided. So like I have my other brushes that I used before this that were just like one-sided. So like your kabuki brush was like this, but it was just the one-sided, and it was pretty close to $30. So this, you're getting 2 brushes for $36. Very, very good. And same with your eyeshadow brushes. We have this one is 22 or 18. One of these are 22 and one of these are 18. I can't remember. But again, you're getting twice the brush here. Like instead of buying one brush, like I have other brushes here, one of these brushes was like $20-something, and that's like this brush. That's it. And now you're getting like double-sided with 2 of the brushes on there. So very good priced, and they're amazing. We had wooden ones. I'll show you what those look like, and they actually fell apart a lot easier. So we switched to these brushes just barely. So they're actually really pretty, but it would break off on the corners right here. Like this top part would break off really easy. So then we switched to this brush, and I have never had issues with these coming apart. So they last a lifetime, so long. And I'll do another video of brush cleaning later on and show you guys how to clean all of your brushes so they're nice and pretty. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.